supersonic project might be making its way to the Piedmont Triad.
And the Quabain Center kept busy with some Big South matchups.
These stories and more, All Access starts right now. Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of HPU All Access. I'm Reese Allen.
And I'm Riley Mannion. We have lots of high point news coming your way, but first, let's head over to Anna with the weather. Anna?
Thanks, Riley. I'm Anna Harris, here to give you a look at our weather this week. Taking a look at the headlines for this week, temperatures are in the high 40s, heavy winds on Saturday with a low chance of precipitation. Kind of the same as the past couple weeks, but we might not be getting any snow. So now heading over into our 7-day weather forecast. Tomorrow's weather will consist of high of 44, low of 28. Friday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 49, low of 24. And as we head into the weekend, make sure you want to pack a jacket because it will be windy. So it's a high of 32 and a low of 13 on Saturday. Sunday, high of 43. Monday will be a high of 49. And Tuesday and Wednesday will be a little bit warmer with a high of 52 and high of 59. So that is all the weather I have for you guys this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
So I don't know about you, but I can't handle the cold.
I know, and I feel like the weather cannot make up its mind. One day it's warm, one day it's cold. I'm just ready for it to finally heat up.
No, I know. In between classes, I'm like wearing my mittens. I've got a hat on. I don't care how crazy I look. I'm just like doing anything I can to stay warm. So I just hope moves past this weather.
I agree.
But yeah. Transport jets moving faster than the speed of sound could soon be built in the Triad. Guilford County commissioners met earlier this morning in a public hearing where they approved around $12.1 million in incentives to try to bring Boom Supersonic to the 1,000 vacant acres of the Greensboro Airport. The Greensboro City Council and the state's Economic Development Committee are also on board to provide incentives, and the plans can result in bringing over 1,700 new jobs to the Triad. The final details of this project were announced at the airport this afternoon, and the first jets to be flown through United Airlines expect to take off in 2025.
Police were called to perform a wellness check at Pine Ridge Health and Rehabilitation Center in Thomasville, North Carolina. After residents reported that staff could not be reached, the police arrived to find only 3 workers present to take care of nearly 100 people. As the search continued, police found 2 people dead and 2 in critical condition. The facility made a statement saying, quote, "We are cooperating fully with the state officials investigating this situation and taking meaningful steps to ensure that it does not happen again. All of our residents are currently receiving the medical care and support they need," end quote. The facility center went on to say that the reports of EMS having the initial discovery of the death was inaccurate and that both the facility and the family of the 2 dead were informed.
Now let's head over to campus update reporter Ciara Zavala to hear the latest about what's going on at HPU.
Back at it with this week's campus update, I'm Ciara Zavala. The approval by North Carolina's Board of Nursing has allowed HPU to start certifying Bachelor in Science nursing degrees. With the new hire of Dr. Raquel Ingram, who is the Department Chair of Nursing, the development of the BSN program has been accumulating multiple accreditations to kickstart the upcoming nursing program. This marks a new beginning for HPU's nursing department, as this upcoming fall will bring in the first batch of nursing students. At the moment, the 50,000 square foot Department of Nursing complex is finishing up its final touches, as it will be equipped with 16 bed skilled labs, 14 simulators mimicking acute care situations, and other simulation components centered around health nursing, maternal newborn nursing, and pediatric nursing. The establishment is located next to the healthcare center across from the Nito and Mariana Cubain complex. Not only has the Department of Nursing been added to HPU's Health Sciences, but the School of Dental Medicine and Oral Health has also recently been created, as both healthcare programs are set to be available for fall 2022. The dentistry program will be the state's only private dental school. Giving back to the community has always been a priority for HPU, and as a way to commemorate Martin Luther King, last Monday, students and faculty helped organize and distribute meals and packets of vegetable seeds to the community and others in need. With lots of events popping up, here are some to keep in mind. Coming up this Friday, Student Life is holding an art event where students will be able to meet at the arcade in Wannock and paint mason jars. Additionally, Alpha Kappa Psi will be holding a resume workshop on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. in Norton Hall to create or improve past resumes. The Extraordinary Cinema will be playing Lady Bird this Friday at 9 p.m. and Dune on Saturday at 9 p.m. as well as on Sunday at 7 p.m. On Monday at 8 p.m., they will also be showing Mall Cop. Next week, Student Life will be hosting an information meeting online regarding housing for next year on Monday at 5:30 p.m. They'll be having a Q&A session as well as going over the housing portal. That's it for this week's campus update. Back to you.
Coming back from the break, hear how the Panthers showed up strong to secure some much-needed wins on the hardwood. We talk about basketball, track, and more right after this.
University. On this campus, we are focused on preparing students for the world as it is going to be.
Hi, I'm Steve Wozniak, the Woz, and I'm proud to be High Point University's Innovator in Residence.
I'm Cent Marshall, CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, and I am proud to be High Point University's Sports Executive in Residence.
I'm Mark Randolph, and I'm proud to be the Entrepreneur in Residence at the premier life skills university, High Point University.
How am I going to pay for this?
Welcome to High Point University. On this campus, we are focused on preparing students for the world as it is going to be.
Hi, I'm Steve Wozniak, the Woz, and I'm proud to be High Point University's Innovator in Residence.
I'm Cent Marshall, CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, and I am proud to be High Point University's Sports Executive in Residence.
I'm Mark Randolph, and I'm proud to be the Entrepreneur in Residence at the premier life skills university, High Point University.
Welcome back to All Access. Now let's hear from sports reporter Brooke Ruffin about what's going on in the world of HPU athletics. Brooke?
Thank you and good evening. I'm Brooke Ruffin with your All Access Sports Update. Well, there might be freezing temperatures outside, but things are heating up on the court and track for the Panthers. First up on the court, on Monday night, the Panthers returned from a tough week on the road against Hampton to defeat Winthrop 65-56 at home in the Cobain Arena, which, by the way, was Winthrop's first loss of the season. Although the Panthers were within 3 at the half, they came on strong in the second half with 5 points from Zach Austin, who's one of the top defenders in the conference and leads by rebounds. Austin, Alex Holt, and a strong defense by Bryson Childress continued the lead for HPU until Jaden House brought home last point for a Panther win. Come out and cheer on the Panthers tonight as they take on Radford in the Cobain Arena at 7 p.m. Women's basketball defeated Hampton 71-45 this past Saturday at home in the Cobain Arena. Adding to recent wins at US Upstate and UNC Asheville, the Panthers picked up their third conference win of the season versus Hampton. Nakia Taro and Jaden Wrightsell led the Panthers scoring double digits, while Jensen Edwards ended with 12 rebounds, a game high. After leading by 15 points in first half, with help from strong Panther defense, moves Lamani Simmons and Wrightsell.
Despite being out-rebounded 44-4, strong Panther offense and defense poured on the pressure for the Pirates, and HPU brought home the win after a 23-6 run in the fourth quarter scored by 7 Panthers. From the court to the track, the Panthers were on the road this past weekend as they traveled to Lynchburg for the second time this season for the Brandt-Talsma Invitational, where competition included Elon, Hamden, Georgia Southern, Richmond, James Madison, Liberty, and VCU. In men's shot put, Chris Van Nykerk threw an 18.88 meter to finish first and set a huge school record. The throw not only marks the best in Big South Conference indoor history, breaking Ryan Smith of Liberty's record that had stood since 2012, but his mark placed 16th in the country currently. In men's track, Darren Dudley was back setting more records after establishing a new program record in the 60-meter dash at the Virginia Tech Invitational just last weekend. In Lynchburg, Dudley set another record in the 200-meter dash with a time of 21:55. Sydney Horn in the pole vault, Alicia Donson in the long jump, and Ashley Jones in the 3,000 meter, and Hannah Brookover in the mile all finished strong with second-place finishes. Next, the Panthers traveled to Columbia for the South Carolina Invitational for the first time since 2020. In NFL football, this Sunday conference championships will decide who is going to the Super Bowl. Will it be the Bengals or the Chiefs? Or will it be the 49ers or the Rams? And that's all for your All Access Sports Update. Back to you.
Thanks, Brooke. Now we're joined at the desk by political correspondent Will O'Brien. Will?
Thanks, Reese. Tonight, there are growing tensions between Russia and Ukraine over a border dispute that could compromise Ukraine's sovereignty. Over 100,000 Russian troops have been gathering on the border of Ukraine over the past few weeks and are prepared to invade to take back the territory Russian President Vladimir Putin believes to rightfully belong to Russia. During a press conference last Wednesday, President Biden appeared to misspeak when he stated, quote, "It's one thing if it's a minor incursion and we end up having to fight about what to do and not to do," end quote. A statement many interpreted as a potential green light to invade, but the White House was quick to correct his remarks. Biden and Secretary of State Antony Blinken warned the Kremlin of swift military and economic consequences if they further mobilize. In fact, military responses and strict sanctions on Russia are already under consideration. The U.S. remains a strong ally of Ukraine in their struggle for democracy, territorial integrity, and the ability to become a formal member of NATO. So I'll turn to the panel here. So this is something that could turn out to be very bad, especially after what we saw in Afghanistan. We don't want to repeat any of that. This could be Cold War 2.0, if you want to call it that. How do you see this turning out?
I mean, I think it's a really hard situation, right? Because we know there's past history there,
Right, yep.
right? That's especially why tensions are so high.
This is not new.
With troops potentially moving in. And
Right.
so I think we're in a tricky spot,
Right.
and I, am interested to see what more develops.
Yeah, and I think with them already gathering at the border at this point for, like you said, a few weeks now,
Right,
you don't
yeah.
really know
Right.
what's going to happen, when something's going to happen. So
Well,
it's
it was 100,000 last Wednesday.
They're
more now.
They're
Right.
definitely sending a message.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Some message. I'm
Right.
not sure exactly, but
They mean, yeah, they certainly mean it. On Friday, thousands of pro-life demonstrators descended on Washington, D.C. to participate in the annual March for Life rally in opposition to current abortion laws. The event has taken place every year since 1973, when the controversial Roe v. Wade case was decided. But unlike the previous 48 times this protest has been held, many pro-life activists across the country are starting to feel more optimistic than ever that Roe v. Wade can be overturned, given the current 6-3 conservative majority on the Supreme Court and growing momentum for Republicans in this year's midterm elections. So my two questions, most obvious questions, is one, do they have a shot? And two, with the news just today of Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer retiring, how could this turn out?
I do think that there is a shot of something happening with it just because of the conservative
Right.
Supreme Court 6-3. That's
Yep.
not the biggest, like
not
it's,
exactly balanced.
right. Not. There's no really balance there.
It's
so.
not balanced, but they could, votes are unpredictable at the
Right.
Supreme Court.
Right,
So-
and it's been like that in the past too. You don't
Yep.
know how somebody's going to vote, but I guess we'll
Right.
see how that goes.
All right.
Well, thank you for joining us at the desk, Will. When we come back from break, we'll meet one of HPU's newest student leaders.
And a Jeopardy contestant is making history. All Access will be right back. Stay with us.
Welcome to High Point University. On this campus, we are focused on preparing students for the world as it is going to be.
Hi, I'm Steve Wozniak, the Woz, and I'm proud to be High Point University's Innovator in Residence.
I'm Cent Marshall, CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, and I am proud to be High Point University's Sports Executive in Residence.
I'm Mark Randolph, and I'm proud to be the Entrepreneur in Residence at the premier life skills university, High Point University.
How am I going to pay for this?
Welcome to High Point University. On this campus, we are focused on preparing students for the world as it is going to be.
Hi, I'm Steve Wozniak, the Woz, and I'm proud to be High Point University's Innovator in Residence.
I'm Cent Marshall, CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, and I am proud to be High Point University's Sports Executive in Residence.
I'm Mark Randolph, and I'm proud to be the Entrepreneur in Residence at the premier life skills university, High Point University.
Welcome back to All Access. Today's Student Spotlight is not only from HPU's newest class, but he has had the chance to lead them. We send it over to Shreya Rana at the desk with freshman class president Robert Hudson. Shreya?
Hello and welcome to Student Spotlight. I'm Shreya Rana, joined tonight by a very special guest. How are you doing tonight, Rob?
I'm doing extraordinary. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. So, what made you want to get involved with Student Government Association as a freshman?
Personally, coming into High Point University, I had always done student government throughout my entire schooling, and just coming here, it seems like a great idea to get to know people.
So, what was the campaigning process like for you?
The campaigning is so much fun. Couple sleepless nights, and a lot of dorm stomping, but I had some great friends to help me along the way.
Yeah, was there any stress that went along with it? How was it? How was feeling the competition?
I had some great competition, and there was definitely some stress that came with that, but just again, sticking with my friends and dorm stomping was my key to success there.
Well, congratulations. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you do as freshman class president?
So as freshman class president, I have the ability to lead our class, represent them in SGA, and the more fun stuff, plan events for them. And I get to also just represent them as a voice.
What is your favorite part?
The favorite part of being president is just being able to walk up to freshmen. A lot of people know me, and it's just really easy to make communication, make connections, and just being a friendly face for my friends.
Has this role helped you acclimate to the college life?
Yeah, I would say it has. It's a lot of fun, and it definitely gave me some opportunities and allowed me to get to know some great people that I wouldn't have probably been able to know otherwise.
What advice would you have for freshmen coming in next year?
For freshmen coming in, I would say mainly just to get involved, to join clubs, just to try it out. It might not always be your thing, but it never hurts to try.
Yeah, that's great. Is there anything that you want to talk about?
It is actually a special day. It is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Emma, 24. I love you, sis. Hope you had a great day.
Happy birthday. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we wish you all the best in your SGA journey. Back to you, Reese.
Now it's time to hear the inside scoop on all things entertainment with reporter Gabrielle. Let's head over to entertainment.
Hello everyone and welcome back to entertainment. This week is hot with topics, so let's get right into it. There have been rumors circling that Kylie Jenner had her baby and it's keeping it a secret from the world. If she didn't have her baby yet, then she is due any second. She will be welcoming her second baby with artist Travis Scott. Kylie will also be releasing a Valentine's Day makeup collection. Her sister, Kim Kardashian, seems to be getting very close with SNL star Pete Davidson. They have been spotted in LA at restaurants and even took a vacation to the Bahamas. Her ex-husband, Kanye West, released a diss track to Pete Davidson, who thinks it was hilarious. Kanye West does seem to be moving on, though, as he was spotted with his new girlfriend, Julia Fox. The couple was spotted several times, including wearing matching denim outfits, and they recently made their debut at the red carpet, where the couple came decked out in all black. On a less happy note, it has been 2 years since the passing of NBA legend Kobe Bryant. Bryant spent his 20-year NBA career with the LA Lakers. Bryant made his mark on his community, his fans, and everyone who met him. Tonight, we honor 2 years of his passing. That's all I got for you guys tonight.
Jeopardy contestant Amy Schneider is making history as not only the show's top female earner of all time, but she is now the second most winning person in the history of the show. Earlier this week, Schneider clinched her 38th consecutive win and aims to beat the current record holder, Ken Jennings, who has 79 consecutive wins. Schneider said she is proud to represent the transgender community and says, quote, "I think that the best part for me has been being on TV as my true self, expressing myself and representing the entire community of trans people, and just kind of showing a different thing than maybe some people have seen, of just being a smart, confident woman and just doing something super normal like being on Jeopardy," end quote.
International food chain McDonald's will be unveiling a new line of items to its menu on January 31st. 4 new hacked sandwiches, including the crunchy double hash brown McMuffin, and this will also be available at participating locations for a limited time. The items were inspired by fans who, quote, hacked the existing McDonald's menu, and while the nicknames are being recognized by the fast food chain during orders, customers are only given the items required to make the craveable combos and must assemble it themselves. It is unclear if there's any kind of discount in pricing for those who order the items, as opposed to ordering all of the necessary components separately. Nonetheless, the idea of, quote, hacking the McDonald's menu is nothing new, and while self-assembly is still required, the chain said that is just half the fun. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching us, and join us next week, same place, same time. For All Access, I'm Reese Allen.
And I'm Riley Mannion. Have a great week, High Point.